Stage photos and DVDs are available for purchasing after the ceremony at the Ambassador Kiosk, which is located in the main quadrangle. Stage photos can also be purchased online. Just inquire about this at the kiosk. So for any guests that couldn't make it here today, this ceremony will be broadcast live on the graduation's website. Just type UCID Grads on Google and you'll find the links for the live stream there. The ceremony will also be broadcast live in the anteroom, which is adjacent to the Great Hall. We ask guests to be mindful when taking photos to not disrupt the ceremony or approach the dais steps at any time. Graduands, please ensure that you're sitting in the correct seat as we want you to leave with the correct test statement today. If you have any concerns about this, just raise your hand and one of our ushers will come over and help you out. Also, all personal belongings should now be with your guests as you will not be returning to your original seat. So, when the ceremony commences, you'll be directed by the graduate checker who will be standing in the side aisle to your right. They will tell you when to make your way up the dais stairs and stand on the mark just at the top here. That is when your name will be read out by the Dean, who will be standing at the lectern that I'm standing at now. With the audience note, once the graduate's name has been read, this is then your best opportunity to applaud the graduate and make as much noise as you can. So, graduates, when the Dean calls out your name, you are to salute the presenting Dean, make your way across the dais to the presiding officer who will be standing in the middle here. At this time, you may choose if you would like to shake hands, or you may simply bow your head instead. The presiding officer will then congratulate you and present you with your test statement. Importantly, before you leave the dais, take a step back, salute the presiding officer, then turn and walk down the stairs to take your new seat with directions from the return seat usher. To explain the salute, you just bow your head and touch your trencher with your right hand. If you guys want to all give that a go now. So, just to remind you, salute the presenting Dean when your name is called and salute the presiding officer before you leave the dais. Your graduation ceremony will commence shortly, so on a final note, please ensure that all mobile phones are switched off or on silent. On behalf of the university, congratulations to everyone. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Richard Fraudenstein, and the academic procession are about to enter the Great Hall. Would you all please rise for the academic procession?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Please be seated. My name is John Hartigan, and I'm the Master of Ceremonies for this morning's ceremony. Each year, the university holds more than 80 ceremonies for over 17,000 graduates in Sydney and overseas in Singapore and in China. I'd now like to introduce you to the people who are here on the dais. At the lectern to my right is Mr. Richard Freudenstein, who is the Deputy Chancellor of the University and who will preside over the ceremony. The Deputy Chancellor is joined today by Professor Jackie Ramage, Head of the School of Mathematics and Statistics in the Faculty of Science, who will be presenting the graduates. And we have Dr. James Edwards, our guest speaker, also seated on the dais. The other people seated here are professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and schools who have played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite the Deputy Chancellor to formally open the proceedings.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you here today. In doing so, I wish to acknowledge that the campuses of the University of Sydney are located on the traditional lands of a number of Australia's First Peoples. It is with deep respect for our Indigenous past that I acknowledge the Gadigal, Gundunurra, Doorak and Wongal peoples and their custodianship of these lands, on which they've been teaching for over 60,000 years. This ceremony has been arranged in order to confer degrees upon and award diplomas to those who have fulfilled all the conditions required of them by the statutes of the university.
Would all candidates please stand? Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all candidates whose names appear in the printed program have successfully completed the requirements for the degree or diploma which they are to receive.
In the name of the Senate and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor, I admit each of you present to the degree or award you the diploma to which you are entitled. Some are unable to be present today. I admit them to the degree or award them the diploma to which they are entitled in absentia.
Please be seated.
Deputy Chancellor, I present candidates from the Faculty of Science who you have admitted to degrees and to whom you have awarded diplomas. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Becky Armstrong, for a thesis entitled Simplicity of Twisted C-star Algebras of Topological Higher Rank Graphs. Douglas Lyndon Compton, for a thesis entitled Time Series and Spectral Analysis in Asteroseismology. Farah Thiba, for a thesis entitled Quantitative Modelling of Epileptic Seizures and Interictal Events. Mark Jonathan Greenaway, for a thesis entitled Numerically Stable Approximate Bayesian Methods for Generalized Linear Mixed Models and Linear Model Selection. Shui Hun, for a thesis entitled The Role of Temporal Frequency in Continuous Flash Suppression, a Case for a Unified Framework. Yang Liu, for a thesis entitled High Performance On-Chip Microwave Photonic Signal Processing Using Linear and Nonlinear Optics. Sarah Li Yen Lu, for a thesis entitled Mathematical Modeling of the Evolution of Human Behaviors and Strategic Choice. Ronald May, for a thesis entitled Voltage Power Spectroscopy on a CubeSat in Earth's Ionosphere. Loris Marini, for a thesis entitled Measurement of Spontaneous Parametric Downconversion in Atomically Thick Semiconductors. Dominik Posnich, for a thesis entitled Statistical and Information Analysis of Plasma Diagnostics. Rachel Custodio Reyes, for a thesis entitled Towards Understanding the Role of Global Supply Chains in Achieving a More Sustainable Human Development. Jeffrey Setiadi, for a thesis entitled Free Energy Molecular Dynamics Simulations of Glutamate Transporters. Jessica Jane Talbot, for a thesis entitled Common and Cryptic Aspergillus Species One Health Pathogens. Ana Camelia Tiplea, for a thesis entitled Superreplication of American Options in an Uncertain Volatility Model. Atiya Zarifi, for a thesis entitled Distributed On-Chip Brilliant Sensing Towards Sub-Millimeter Spatial Resolution. For the degree of Master of Philosophy, Jonathan William Eade. Daniel Golestan, Daniel Naumenko, Lachlan Charles Vaughan Taylor, for the degree of Master of Medical Physics, Sharon Regina Gordon. John Hollick. Tuyet Wan Lam. Isabel Smith. Rowan Kennedy Thomas. Marie Ann Votso. For the degree of Master of Sustainability, Marina Antoniozzi. Claudia Louise Cholakian. Wei Shi Fan. Jin Gao.